Hello, happy Friday. Welcome to our movement and meditation session for this week, week 5. My name is Holly. I'll be your guide. If you have some yoga props like a yoga blanket or a Mexican blanket or a yoga block, you can take a moment to grab those now. And then when you're ready, take a comfortable seated position. Our goal here is to be able to lengthen the spine. So even if you're in a chair, take a moment to stack your vertebra one on top of the other and lift the heart. Let the shoulders relax down and soften your hands, just resting them on your legs. Give a slight tuck of the chin. And then take one of your hands and place it over your belly button. And breathe in such a way that your diaphragm drops into the abdomen and you feel the expansion of the breath behind your hand. And as you breathe out, gently pull your belly button back and in. Let your lips be closed softly. Breathe in through the nose, pressing the hand away with the power of the breath. And breathe out through the nose, pulling the navel back and in. And keep your hand on your belly button. Bring your other hand up to your heart. And so we'll inhale the same way, bringing the breath into the lower hand, and then sip the breath up higher and feel it rise behind the sternum. And filling up the entire torso on inhale. And exhaling out smoothly, drawing the abdominal wall back and in. And keep your hand over your belly button still. We'll take the upper hand and place it to the area where the shoulder and the neck meets, up at the apex of the lung. Still breathing down into the hand. Feel the inhale rise behind the sternum and then sip it up so you feel it lift behind the upper hand. Exhaling out smoothly, slowly. Again, with the lips gently closed, inhale through your nose. And exhale out through the nose. And so now we're going to relax our hands back onto the legs. And this time we'll look at the tip of the nose and close the eyes. And sense from within the inhale that drops into the base of the lung, fills the belly, lifts up behind the heart, and then into the apex of the lung. Exhale out slow, complete, and then begin again. Ground your awareness into the breath. And do just a couple more here. And let your eyes open. We'll add some easy movements. Inhale, reach your arms up, let your hands touch. And then exhale, bring your hands down. So feel the inhale, rise up through the arms. And then exhale down. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands out in front of your legs. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, walk your hands forward. Let's take a few breaths here. That's one. We'll do 2 more. Fill up the back of the body now with the breath. Last breath. And inhale, walk the hands back, lifting. And just as before, inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, bring the arms down like great wings. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale, reach, spread. And exhale down. Great. Let's do some easy spinal rolls. Let your shoulders rotate around your tailbone, lifting up at your base. Rolling around a bit on your bottom, letting the knees lift side to side. Soften up your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Let's go the other way. You can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. Relax your neck and the expression on your face. And we'll come back to a neutral position and then move on to our hands and our knees. So the hands are right under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. A real easy cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone up, chest up, eyes up. Exhale, tailbone tucks, round the upper back and tuck your chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral table. Make sure that your shoulders are aligned over your fingers and you want to feel a little lift of the tummy here. So the back is flat. And on an inhale, reach your right leg back as far as it will go. Try to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, pull your knee in, round your upper back and tuck your chin. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Your shoulders are over your wrists, reaching the right leg. And then exhale, pull the right knee in, rounding the upper back. Again, inhale and lengthen. Exhale and tuck in. And now we'll inhale, reach the leg back and hold. Flex through the right foot, pull your tummy up and in. Some of you might feel a little bit more stable. If that's the case, you can reach your left arm out alongside the cheek. Get really long. One more breath. On your exhale, release. Let's do some pelvic rolls. We're going to push the hips back over the heels and then forward up to the hands, making a big circle in one direction. You can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. Really try to open up through the side body. And we'll come back to the neutral table. So our hands are under our shoulders. Our tummy is pulled up and in. On an inhale, reach your left leg straight back behind you and keeping your shoulders over your wrists. On your exhale, pull your knee into the chest, round the upper back and tuck your chin. So inhale, lengthen the leg back, nice straight spine. Exhale, round, push into the floor with your hands. Again, inhale, reaching back, and exhale, a full flexation of the spine. Pull the tummy in. Inhale, reach the leg back and hold. And so if you like to go a little further, you can reach the right arm out. Try to avoid a back bend here. Keep your navel pulling up and in as you exhale. Flex through the left foot, reach out through the right fingers. One more breath. And on exhale, we'll release. So the opposite direction, we're going to move the hips back over the heels and then forward towards the wrists. One side might not seem as natural as the other. You can take your time through it. Just try to open up the side body, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, and the face. One more breath. Back to neutral, and then we're going to have a seat on our bottoms and bring the feet to the floor about hips distance apart. And then take your hands behind your back with inward fingers. And ground your hands down, ground your feet down, as if you're trying to flatten the arches in both the soles and the palms. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, squeeze your hips and thighs up. So we're coming into a reverse table. Tuck your tailbone in.
And if it feels comfortable, relax your neck back. That's optional. Open up the front of your body. One more inhale, push away from the floor. And exhale, we'll release. So our hands are still behind us with inward fingers. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, lift your feet up. So Ardha Navasana, half boat pose. And you can keep your hands on the floor. But if you want to go a little further, you can reach your hands straight out along the legs. That's optional. As you exhale, pull your abdominal mass towards the mat behind you. Just one more breath. And release. Let's bring the feet flat to the floor and bring your arms behind you with inwardly pointed fingers. Take an inhale, lift up your chest. And as you exhale, let's lift the hips up off the floor, just hovering. So we don't have straight hips right now. A little bend in the hips. Take an inhale. And now exhale, bend just your elbows. Squeeze your elbows back and in towards one another. A slow motion. Inhale, straighten your elbows. Let's get right into the tricep. Exhale, bend your elbow. Lengthen the tricep muscle as much as you can. And now inhale, straighten the elbow. Give the back of the arm a little squeeze. Exhale, this is 3. Inhale up, we're going to do 2 more. Try to stabilize your hips. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale, super slow. Feel the length. Inhale up. Okay, bonus number 6. Exhale, just float to the ground. Use control. Nicely done. Let's stay cross-legged. And with one arm, pat your back. Opposite hand to the elbow. And we'll put a little bit of pressure here to lengthen the tricep muscle. Take some deep breaths. As you feel your hand behind your shoulders, breathe right up into that hand. And we'll take another full breath. We'll release your arms back to center for a breath. Opposite side. So one hand on the back, opposite hand to the elbow, gentle downward pressure to lengthen the tricep. And breathe where you feel your hand on your back. One more breath. And release back to center for a breath. Let's cross up the seating. So go now to the direction that feels more uncomfortable, more unused, if you will. Lengthen your spine. Let's do a fun pranayama technique. Bring your hands together in namaste and then reach your hands straight forward. Shrug the shoulders down and press the palms together. Feel a contraction across your chest. Take a full breath. So we'll exhale out here. And the next movement, we're going to inhale and open our hands out to the side so my palms are facing forward. Shrug the shoulders down and lift your heart. Let's take an inhale, palm to palm. And now we're going to exhale and bring the hands together with the fingers pointed down behind the head. Shrug the shoulders down and lift your heart. So this is our third motion. Take a great big in-breath. And on your out-breath, push the palms together. Our fourth movement, inhale, open up your hands, and bring your hands back together behind your back. So your elbows are going to bend a little bit here. It's kind of the most uncomfortable of the 4. Take a moment to lift your heart and shrug the shoulders down. Let's take a breath. And then as we exhale, we'll come back to the first position. Feel resistance in the hands across the chest. And now second position, inhale, open your arms with forward palms. Exhale, bring your hands together behind your head. And then inhale, bring your hands together behind your back. Exhale, first position, hands out in front. Inhale, open your arms up, palms forward.
Exhale behind your head. And inhale behind your back. One more time like that. Exhale out in front. And inhale to the sides. Exhale behind your head. And inhale behind your back. We're going to go a little faster. You're going to go at your own pace. The breath's not exactly going to match, but it'll look like this. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now continue on your own and let the pace build. So your breath will probably go slower than your hands, but that's fine. And let the shoulder girdle open up. Let the lungs expand. A couple more times. One more. First position and hold. Breathe. Soften your shoulders. Lift your heart. Breathe into that space between your hands and your chest. Let it be substantial. With a slow tension, we're going to draw the hands in. Feel that space between your hands and your chest condense. One full breath. Let's go ahead and place our hands over our heart for a breath, a little softer now. And with light fingertips, we'll just brush the hands and the arms off like we're brushing off water. And over the chest and over the shoulders, over the abdomen, over the legs. Now with soft knuckles, we're going to just tap, tap, tap across the chest. And a little gorilla energy here. You can even go down the chest, down the abdomen, the sides of the ribs. Good, let's do one more breath. Slowing down, hands over the heart for a breath. Down onto the legs for a breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, scoot forward on your mat so you have a goodly amount of space behind you. We're just going to do 5 easy rolls to the floor. Hug your knees in, roll back, and roll up. As fast or as slow as you want. That's 3 for me. One more, and I'm going to stay on the ground. Join me on your back, all the way down. Setu Bandhasana. Let's open up the front of the body. Feet hips distance apart on the floor, arms along your sides. Tuck your tailbone under and lift your hips and thighs towards the ceiling. So we're not creating like a rainbow shape, like a big U. Instead, let's make a diagonal line from our knees to our shoulders by tucking the tailbone under. And if you're feeling a little bit more open, you can roll your shoulders under your body, interlacing the hands. And we've been doing a lot of big belly breathing. Let's now instead breathe across the midspan of the lungs. As you inhale, keep the belly flat and let the 2 halves of the ribcage press apart. Exhale, suture the 2 halves of the ribcage back together. Keep tucking the tailbone under, broaden out through the lumbar. Open up both lungs. Engage your inner thighs. Press the arches of the feet flat. Let's do another breath. Keep your tailbone tucked under.
Let's slowly come down vertebra by vertebra. Take your time. Try to feel each vertebral body press against the mat. Use your abs to control the descent of the lumbar. And last will be the tailbone, the sacrum. And then once the sacrum and tailbone come down, you just windshield wiper your legs really soft side to side. And we're going to take the knees up into the chest. You can squeeze them in, you can rock side to side, you can make small circles if it feels good. We're going to slowly make our way back up to a seated position, but before we do, let's get really tight and really condensed. Wrap your arms around your legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck your forehead to your knees. Get as small as you can. One big breath here. And release. So we're going to come up to seated the same way we came down, 5 spinal rolls. If that's not appropriate, you can roll onto your side and push your way up. Go as slow or as fast as you like. But just try to articulate each spinous process into the mat. This is 3 for me. And the next one will bring me to seated. And we'll come all the way up. Go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. We'll just windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Just loosey-goosey, soft joints. Let's rotate the ankles in the other direction. For a breath, point your toes. And for a breath, flex your feet. Come into Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. And if you have tight hips, and an indicator of that would be your knees don't touch the ground here or they don't get close to the floor, you can take up your props. You can use a yoga blanket with the folded edge towards you, and the tighter your fold, the more sturdy your prop will be. Or a yoga block if you have one. So that will help the knees to relax open a little bit. Pull your heels in. Flex your feet, spread your toes, and now roll forwards on your sits bones. Try this with me. Imagine your tailbone is like a dog's tail, and you're going to tuck that tail between your legs. Okay, so there's this position, and now let's imagine our tailbone is like a peacock tail feathers, and we'll flare the tail feathers out. So this is the place where we're working a little bit of a curve in the lumbar, chest up, shoulders down. And we'll just take a few breaths upright. Baddha Konasana is a pose that you'll go deeper into through relaxation. Let's just take a few breaths, just grounding in and getting comfortable in this open seated position. And there's no hurry into the fold. Please take your time. So we'll inhale and lengthen the spine. We have the peacock tail feather tailbone. And then as you exhale, a slow descent. Not so much we're trying to go to the ground, but it's like we're going outwardly with each inhale, lengthening the lowest most vertebra away from the pelvis. And as you exhale, give what you can to gravity, starting to get heavy, releasing the weight of the head, letting the weight of the head elongate the neck. Soften your shoulders, even soften your arms here. And take your breath below the belly button. Create the space in those lowermost vertebrae. We're going to do 2 more breaths here. This is really your opportunity to let go and drop into it. And on an inhale, Take your time, lifting from the crown of the head to the heart, to the solar plexus, coming all the way up. Now let's take a really easy spinal twist. We're going to bring the right foot to the floor, propping up the right knee, and then fold it over your left leg. So you're sitting away from your feet. We'll take the right hand onto the left knee and bring the left hand behind you. Sit up straight and tall, inhale. On your exhale, twist over to the left side and look as far to the left of your eye sockets as you can. Another breath. Inhale, come back around to center, and we'll switch sides, moving back through Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet together, and then prop the left leg up and fold it over the right leg. And so you're sitting turned away from your feet. Your left hand will come onto the right knee, and the right hand is behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, gently twist to the right, look beyond the shoulder, and look to the right of the eye sockets. Last breath here. And on your inhale, come back around to center. Let's return to our comfortable seated position. So this is where you can use your props. I like to sit on a yoga blanket. I like to be really comfortable when I go into my meditation. So make any adjustments you need so that you feel relaxed and your spine is lengthened. Soften your shoulders and tuck your chin. Let's return to our first pranayama practice today. One hand on the belly button, one hand on the heart. Inhale into the lowermost hand and feel the breath rise up behind the sternum. Exhale out slowly through the nose. You can close your eyes if you like. And keep one hand on the belly button. Take the upper hand and place it to the area where your neck and your shoulder meet. And so still breathing behind the hand on the belly, up behind the sternum. Now breathe into the apex of the lung. Feel the breath rise all the way to the top. And let the exhale be as smooth and complete as the inhale. Breathe into the spaciousness. Maintaining that 3-part breath. Let's just relax the hands on the knees. And we'll take a few Ujjayi breaths, sensing now the direction of the breath. Inhaling down the length of the spine. Exhaling up the length of the spine. Sense your breath as if it were a bead of light, inhaling all the way down to the tailbone. Exhaling up the spine and out the tip of the nose. A couple more breaths like this on your own.
And at the end of this exhale, release control of your breath and sit for a moment in observation. Let's practice Nadi Shodhana. We'll stay in this comfortable seated position today. Our mudra, our hand positions like this. With the right hand, tuck your first two fingers down below the base of the thumb. And your thumb, your ring, and your pinky finger come together. That comes together on your nose. And so your right thumb comes to your right nostril. And the ring and the pinky finger come up to your left nostril. And sometimes what happens in this pranayama is we lift our fingers up, and I'm kind of exaggerating so that you can see. But we want to maintain connection with the fingers on the nose, just lifting as little as we need to let the breath flow through. We're sitting up tall. Bring your hand position onto your nose, the thumb on the right nostril, ring and pinky on the left nostril. Close your eyes. Let's begin by exhaling out through both nostrils. Exhale out completely. And now plug your right nostril softly and inhale through the left side alone. Plug the left nostril and exhale through the right side. Inhale the right side. Plug, exhale through the left. So very gentle. Inhale left. Plug, exhale right. Inhale right. Plug, exhale left. Gently. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. So soft. Inhale left. Right. Inhale right. Left. Left. Right. Right. Left. Left. Right. Right. Left. On your own. At the end of your next exhale, release your hands to your lap and sit for a moment in observation. We'll begin our practice of mantra. Just open your ears to the sound of the mantra. We'll practice the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra. And we begin with the bija, the seed of the mantra. The seed of the mantra contains the energy of the whole mantra. And so if you can say the first 3 syllables aloud, you're welcome to. We'll say the bija 9 times in the beginning and at the end, and the full mantra 3 times in the middle. And you can find the mantra in the description on this post. And so our bija is Om Jum Saha. 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 Om Jum Sahat, Om Jum Sahat, Om Jum Sahat, Om Jum Sahat. And close your eyes now, the full mantra 3 times. Om Jum Sahat, Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Udvarukamiva Bandhanan, Mrityor Mokshiya Mamritat. Om Jum Sahat, Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Udvarukamiva Bandhanan, Mrityor Mokshiya Mamritat. One more time. Om Jum Sahat, Trayambakam Yajamahe, Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, Urvarukamiva Bandhanan, Mrityor Mokshiya Mamritat. We'll say the bija 9 times again. Om Jum Sahat, 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 Om Jum Sahat. Let us now sit with our eyes closed for 1 minute in silent observation. Today is the 5th day of the waning moon. Affirm to yourself, I shall be calm, relaxed, happy, and fulfilled. Affirm to yourself that for today, I shall be calm, relaxed, happy, and fulfilled. With resolve, affirm to yourself that for today and for the rest of this week, I shall be calm, relaxed, happy, and fulfilled. And in your heart's voice, articulate to yourself one thing you're grateful for. And in your mind's eye, visualize one goal you're working towards. for a moment, please bring your hands together in honorance of the teacher and the teachers who have come before and the transference of the teaching. I offer the Guru Mantra in closing. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yena Chara Charam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for the practice today. I hope you have a really nice weekend and a strong start to your first round of midterms. See you next Tuesday for Yoga Asana. Namaste.